I'm Pastor James Miller, the assistant pastor here at Trinity Lutheran Church in Nashville, Illinois, and I want to share with you a lesson about how I learned about love through miscarriage. So my wife and I found out that she was pregnant recently. We were very excited, of course. It was our first child. And so we started telling our friends and family, and told our family here at Trinity. Then the following Wednesday, we went in for the ultrasound, and we saw our little child. And then they detected the heartbeat, and our hearts were full. We loved this child. Then we met with the obstetrician, and the doctor had some concerns. The heartbeat was too slow, the fetus was awfully small, there were some other things that didn't look quite right. So instead of having the happy, healthy baby talk, we had the what to expect in a miscarriage talk. So we were at the bottom of the world. The next day we left for vacation, and as the Lincoln Express was rolling into Union Station in Chicago, Melissa miscarried. So we canceled the rest of our trip, went and spent some time with family, went home, and sorted all of this out. But through this whole experience, I've learned a lesson about God's love for us. So as a pastor, this is a busy season for me in the summer. It's wedding season. So I'm meeting with couples, doing premarital counseling, and whenever I meet with a couple, I talk about the three types of love: Eros, Philios, and Agape. Eros is the romantic love, the hot burning passion. Philios is the brotherly love, the love for an equal, a companion. And Agape is a self-sacrificing love, the love that God our Father has for us, the love that a parent has for a child. And these are all good, that nothing should be dismissed, but you can't build a holy relationship on Eros. The hot burning passion will burn out too quickly. So you need a deeper foundation of agape, caring for the other, loving through service. Whenever I meet with couples, I'll ask them, what do they love about the other person? Why do they love their future spouse? And they'll give reasons like because they're funny, because they have a good sense of humor, they share values, and that's all good. I encourage that. But this is all based on loving someone for who they are. But as we were in that room with the ultrasound and we got that picture of our little child, I didn't know anything about my child. I didn't know their sense of humor. They didn't look particularly cute. We actually thought the ultrasound looked like the head of a goose. So my wife and I talk about our little goose. But I don't love this child because of what they can do, what they look like. I just love them anyway. And I think that is a glimpse into the heart of God. God doesn't love us because we can do anything. God doesn't love us because we're cute or because we have a good sense of humor. If anything, we humans are rebellious and sinful. So God doesn't love us because of who we are. He loves us despite who we are. So despite what was wrong with our child, whether it was a chromosomal mishap or implanted wrong into the side of the uterus, despite those things, I love my child anyway. And so it is with God. Despite our sinfulness, God loves us anyway. St. Paul writes in the book of Romans, the 5th chapter, "While we were still weak, at the right time, Christ died for the ungodly. For one will scarcely die for a righteous person, though perhaps for a good person one might dare even to die. But God shows his love for us in that, while we were still sinners, Christ died for us." God doesn't love us because we're good. God loves us despite our sinfulness. I remember Melissa said the day after our miscarriage that she was surprised by how quickly all of the pregnancy symptoms went away. She wasn't tender, wasn't nauseous anymore, didn't have the same fatigue, but she said she would take it all back to have our child again. That is a glimpse into the heart of God, because that's what God did for us. God endured all the symptoms of humanity, all the sinful brokenness of our world as He sent his Son, Jesus, into our flesh to experience this life. He experienced all of that so we would not be lost. And so I will continue to love my child, miss my child in this life. The pain's not going to go away anytime soon. It might never go away. But I look forward to when Christ will come back and make all things new and raise up all flesh at the end of time, at which point I'll meet our little goose. But I take comfort that our baby is in the arms of Christ, and someday I will meet our child. Thanks be to God for that.